What's up, boat gang? Welcome back. Wanted to give you all a quick update. I know it's been a long time coming, but I do have a small update. New boat is in from Offshore Electrics. I'm sure you can tell the one that doesn't really fit in. It's the Ariane 2. And yeah, so the reason we're in this bedroom right now rather than the garage is because basically my whole workshop was displaced. And so we ended up doing some additions in the garage and yeah, lost my workbench, lost my work area. My local pond is flooded with turtles. They come out in the summer, it's 90 degrees and smoking hot. So I've got the Lizard. You guys know that setup. I've got the Delta Force 38-inch twin, and then I've got Old Faithful, the Sniper, got the Ariane 2 in today. This is a boat I have always wanted and never pulled the trigger on because, quite frankly, I always thought it was a little overpriced. You know, it's like $1,000 boat. Getting boats from TFL is just super expensive. I don't know if it's the tariffs or the shipping or whatever, but you know, I'm sure this boat at one point was like a $600 boat, maybe back during COVID or whatever. But, you know, ultimately, $1,000. And I think, you know, ultimately, for me, this boat will be kind of the Goldilocks of all of them. It'll have the simplicity of the Lizard, but it's a little bit longer. So the Lizard is 32 inches. Most monos that run in P class, for example, are like have to be under 34 inches. So you'll see a lot of like 33 and a half inches. I think the OSC Raider is 33.66. The Ariane is not really a race legal boat. It's an odd size. It's 36 and a half inches. So too big for P class, too small really for Q class. That Delta twin is a 38 and a half inch. So when I got this Ariane, I noticed on the Offshore Electrics website that it didn't come with an inlay. And I kind of preferred that because my goal was that I thought that I didn't really love the Kevlar just because it's a little tough to work with sometimes. But anyway, for $1,000, full carbon Kevlar inlay. The ESC is, in my opinion, very undersized. It's 180 amp ESC. This is a 120 amp EC5 connector. The motor may survive in a hole this size, but it's probably going to be not much over 60 miles an hour, I would imagine. It's a 4092 1650 kV with a 180 Sea King ESC. So I'm actually quite happy that it came with this carbon Kevlar inlay. I think for $1,000, it's more than fair. The hull seems extremely stiff. The inlay feels quite strong. It kind of wraps up and over the lip. Very impressed. $1,000 out of the box. And it's kind of funny to see these two side by side because this was like a max effort twin build, right? I think I had like $1,800, maybe $1,500 into this build. And so obviously took months to build. It's got a full blueprint and a paint job, tons and tons of work. I did the full inlay, twin motors. It's complicated. It runs 2 batteries. It's a heavy boat, twin, so killer in a straight line, a little weird at times in the corners. I'm thinking this boat will ultimately do similar speeds at maybe half the weight and just be more efficient. I'm thinking, you know, these days that's kind of what excites me is efficiency. And I'm probably not going to be able to get out anytime super soon. But I think the goal is to have boats that are just easy to take out and painless. And, you know, that's why my Lizard gets taken out more than anything, is because it's so quick and easy. It fits everywhere. It's small. It's light. So let's see here. Bear with me. We've got the tops popped off. Full castle system. This is a 1520 with a Hydra X. I'm thinking this motor and the CSC are going to go in this boat. 70 miles an hour on 6S maybe an 8S speed run setup because this is a 1650 kV motor and it can take it. This boat, I'm thinking, will most likely get sold. If you're local, Orange County, California, I'll probably be selling some boats. I added one, but realistically, I think it could probably take the place of a couple others. Killer boat, $1,000 seems like a lot, but like I said, I've got about 1,500 into this one. The hope is this thing will be able to do similar things at half the weight, maybe a little more efficient. So here's twin 4082s, twin 180 Sea Kings. Like I said, I did the full inlay. I poured the tips. I got the motors perfect. I blueprinted it. I probably spent 8 hours on the blueprint job alone. And of course the Sniper. So the Sniper runs a massive, I think it's a 2028 Castle, the big Hydra X 8S2P killer boat. This is like end game boat for me. This was like my dream boat, honestly. Still is. It's absolutely killer. And so, yeah, that's the update, you guys. These are the monos. I've got obviously my cats, my hydros, Q Pearl, the UL19, and then 2 or 3 cats, the Decepticon. I have a Geico that I need to build that's chopped down. I've got the Cheetah that I love. But anyways, this is what I'm currently working with and kind of dipping my toes, if you will, back into the world because I still want a boat. I still want to get back out there as soon as things cool down, maybe in the next month or two. Yeah, this is a boat I've wanted forever. Finally pulled the trigger. Super busy with work. Gonna go ahead and pull the electronics out of this. This thing is way overpowered. It runs 70 miles an hour with no heat. And this is a setup that will work killer in here. Most likely end up selling this. This is another boat, fully custom inlay, super sweet. The bottom is fully blueprinted. I even removed some of the strakes, lifting strakes, and then did a full inlay. It could use a paint job, but it's square, it's fast, handles like a dream, light and easy to throw in the car when I go. But like I said, this is kind of the direction I'm going. I think it can probably replace a couple other boats performance-wise, and yeah, I mean, that's it. It's a ready to run. People hate on ready to run sometimes, I guess. But, you know, as someone who's built a few boats, I have to say it's kind of nice just opening a box. You're ready to go. You can change some things if you want. But honestly, super impressed with the TFL build quality. And after like holding the boat and seeing it in person, I don't think it's overpriced. I mean, it's not cheap, but nothing's cheap these days. The 4092 and the 180 are going to get swapped into this boat. I'm thinking the twin will most likely get sold, or I will keep it for sentimental reasons. Obviously, the Sniper is the golden standard, and a little size comparison for you guys. 32 inches, 36 and a half, 38 and a half, and I believe 44 and a half. So it's not drastic. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to keep this short. I just wanted to lay it out so you guys had something to look at while I rambled. Hope you're all doing well. I did dual pickups on every boat. I think I'm going to stay single. I'm going to try that, see how that works. For $1,000, they couldn't even include a servo or a radio. No problem. That's like a $20 Amazon servo. No problem. I really like this battery tray. Super wide. I'm thinking either a single 6S brick, so half the batteries is that, or two 4S for 8S speed runs. Everything looks solid. Super impressed with the, oh, you guys check this out. So not only does the inlay look sick, super well done, I mean better than the one I did, but it wraps all the way up into the deck. It runs to about right here, right? So it covers the seam, everything you want. Tons of foam in the front, love to see that. And then if you look at these rails, you guys, they actually added, it's not just epoxy, they put thin glass cloth. Holy smokes, there's cloth here too. I think they used a little cloth to reinforce the battery tray as well as these rails. It's hard to see, but there is cloth and epoxy. So this thing's honestly going to be probably half the weight, like I said. Very, very strong. This thing's a tank. I mean, I wrapped this thing up over the deck. I poured the tip. It's a heavy hog, but yeah, this thing is sick, you guys. The more I look at it, the fact that I didn't have to do anything to it, which is great because I don't have time to really be doing a ton. But yeah, love the rails. Love that it's reinforced. Super simple. This thing's gonna be absolutely killer by the time it gets out on the water. Think of an OSC Raider or a DY Dominator, Oxidine Dominator, whatever, just extended 3 inches, right? Full 36.5, and it can just take on a little more water. But yeah, the finishing on this thing is beautiful, you guys. And decals. I mean, even look at the hatch, the weave. It's like super impressive. It's light. It's like half the weight of the twin. I mean, it's literally only one motor in ESC. This is double. These are 4082s. But the hull's probably half the weight, half the electronics. Similar hardware, but lighter hardware in a sense. And it's probably going to be a very similar performing boat. But yeah, you can see the two side by side. Only a little length difference. Width-wise, close. I mean, close enough. When you see them all together, they don't actually look that crazy, right? Like it's super small steps. Anyway, hopefully I didn't get the bed dirty with any of these hatches or grease. That's the plan. Probably going to get sold. This will probably be the main workhorse. Make it as crazy as I can for a single. And yeah, this is a boat I've wanted for a long time, you guys. Super stoked to finally have it. Hope you guys are all doing well. I could just ramble about this all night. I think the bugs got me again. So hope the boat gang's doing good. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.